Hi there, I'm Jason, and you're watching
Jason! 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 Jason!
In a class of 50 students, 30 of them like cake, while 20 of them like ice cream. 5 of them like to eat both. How many students like cake only? How many of them like ice cream only? And how many students like neither of the two? So in order for us to answer this particular question correctly, we will be using the Venn diagram in solving the problem. So this is the Venn diagram. This diagram was proposed by John Venn. So let's take note of the given values first. So we have 50 students. So there were 50 students. 30 of them like cake, 20 of them like ice cream, and 5 of them like both. So in answering this particular problem, so we're gonna write u here, so u that is equal to 50. So since there were 50 students who were interviewed, and then let's gonna label this to circles. So we have here the first circle is the set of students who like cake, and the second circle is the set of students who like ice cream. Now in solving word problems using Venn diagram, we're going to start from the bottom. So from their very intersection or from their intersection. So ano sugod sa students who like both of the options. So duha naman to ka options, right? So it's just cake and ice cream. So that's the reason why duha na pud ni siya ka circles. So ano sugod sa ilang intersection? Since 5 of them like both ice cream and cake, so ang 5 ibutang na nato sa ilang intersection. So mama nilang intersection, di ba? And then let's proceed from the bottom to the top. So ano sunod sa 20 of them like ice cream. So since according to the problem based sa given, it is said that 20 of them like ice cream. So mama ni ang set of students who like ice cream, right? So 20 man ni, so na may 5 ari. So ang ibutang na lang nato ani is 20 minus 5. So that's 15, because 15 plus 5 that's 20. So pasabot the set of students who like ice cream kay kaning whole circle. So 5 plus 15 that's 20. And then let's proceed sa cake. So sa cake there were 30 students who like cake. So since there is already 5 here in their intersection, so pila na maibutang nato ani? So it will be 25. So 25 na lang ni, because 25 plus 5 that's 30, and you have to consider that this particular portion is still part of the whole circle. So mo nang ag 30 minus na natog 5 kay mo man ilang common. So pasabot 25 plus 5 that's 30. So di ba ang gingan 30 of them like ice cream. And then you have to consider the number of students who were interviewed. So di ba it said that 50 of the students were interviewed. So 50 man to tanan, and if you are going to add them all, so 25 plus 5 that's 30 plus 15 that's 45. So asa man nato ibutang ang 5 kay 50 man. So therefore ang 5 we're gonna write that outside of the circle. So anywhere basta na siya sud aning rectangle pero wala siya sa sud sa two circles. So pwede na ana depending on your preference. So if you're gonna add them all, so 25 plus 5 that's 30 plus 15 that's 45 plus 5 that's 50. So diba 50, there were 50 students. So therefore we could now answer the question. So how many of the students like cake only? So kani, so diba ang 30 of the students like cake, right? So how many of them like cake only? So kanilang apart. So it's 25. Now how many of the students like, so 25, ice cream only? So ice cream na po. So it's 15. Now how many of the students like neither of the two? So walay ganahan og cake nor ice cream. So it's kaning naa sa gawas sa duha ka circle. So it's 5. So we could now answer that question again. How many of the students like cake only? So it's 25. How many of them like ice cream only? So it's 15. And how many of them like neither of the two? So it's 5. Okay. Now let's have another example for you to understand this concept better. So in a class of 100 students, 60 of them like apples, while 50 of them like mangoes. 20 of them like to eat both. How many students like apples only? How many of them like mangoes only? And neither of the two. So similar question or similar problem sa first problem presented a while ago. So let's do the same procedures. So first we're gonna use the Venn diagram. So let's consider the given. So there were 100 students and 60 of them like apples, 50 of them like mangoes, and 20 of them like both. So again, we're going to write U here. So universal set. So that's 100 since there were 100 students who were interviewed. And then let's going to label these two circles. So this one is for apples and this one is for mangoes. Or you could interchange them. Pwede kani mangoes or kani ang apples depending on your preference again. So let's gonna start at their intersection. So 20 of them like both. So 20 anisa middle sa ilang intersection. And then mango, so 50 man, so that's 30 na lang ani because 20 plus 30, that's 50. And then for the set of students who like apple, so na may 20 ani, so ang kuwang na lang is daning a part which is 40 because 60 minus 20, so it's 40. So 40 ani butang. And then if we're gonna add them all, so 40 plus 20, that's 60, plus 30, that's 90. So kuwangan pa og 10 since 100 man ang students who were interviewed. So the 10 of the students will be, katong number 10 lain is ibutang nato sa outside of the two circles. So we're gonna write it here or there or here or here. So depending on your preference. So 40 plus 20, that's 60 plus 30, that's 90 plus 10, that's 100. So 10 because if we're gonna add them all, so this is equivalent to 90. So 100 minus 90, so that's 10. So therefore, 40 of the students like apples only, 30 of the students like mangoes only, and 10 of the students neither like any of these two fruits. So ma-answer na natong question. So how many of the students or how many students like apples only? So we have 40. How many students like mangoes only? So we have 30. And how many students like neither of the two? It's 10. So that's just it. That's just how you answer word problems using the Venn diagram. I hope that this video helps for you to understand and learn how to solve such problems, especially in your math classes. That's all for now. Thank you. More power and let's keep learning.